Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with war number 1 of season 44. And I was originally going to retire and not play this season, but this season doesn't really affect my schoolwork because of the timing of my midterms. So I was not that worried, and I decided to stay one more season. And today we have the team of my newly rank 4 Cassie, as well as rank 4 Tigra, and ascended rank 5 Stealthy. And as of right now, we've played 3 wars, and I've actually gotten to use him for multiple fights in every single war so far, so that's awesome. But here in the first war, we have GL. I had not heard of them personally. But if I recall, I'm on path 8 to 7 this war, and I also have 3 mini bosses plus a rank 2 America Chavez boss. So we are fighting IAbom here. I'm trying to get my, I'm trying to get all my, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is a very easy fight. I basically just have to not take 100 hits and I'll win this fight. By the way, this is my first fight ever using Cassie outside of duels. I am going to get noticeably better even by the end of the war. So, yeah. But I am liking her so far. So, this is a very straightforward fight. She is immune to poison, which is what makes her a good option for this fight. My taunt had just expired, so I'm going to throw another SP1. And at this point, my Cassie was not max sig. She is now, but so she can only stack power stings up to 39 instead of 40. Not that that's a huge difference or anything. But yeah, I've just been throwing SP1. I've seen some people in Cassie fights using SP2s. I don't think it really speeds up the fight, if I'm being honest. I don't think it speeds up the fight at all. I get it's guaranteed crits and there's 5 hits and they usually do about 100,000 damage. Personally, I'd rather throw 2 SP1s and guarantee the defender throws a special. But anyways, we have this Galan here, and our next fight after this is also a Tigra fight, so I went for the SP1 boost. And this is a very straightforward fight. I basically just have to bait SP1 once. Didn't want to throw it there, so I decided to throw my own SP2 first. He does get a Fury, and there we just have to bait the SP1, run in, hold heavy. You have to hold heavy a little bit longer than you think you do, because the last hit actually lands after the animation ends. So like the animation ends of the stuff raining down on you, and then another hit happens after the animation's over. So you just have to make sure you know the timing 100%, and you have to hold heavy a little bit longer than you think you do. Just not too long that you get countered. But we're up to this next fight here, and this Hulkling is a very easy fight for Tigra. I know the matchup pretty well. Make a stand. I'm going to throw a couple heavy attacks before I throw SP2, and that is just going to nuke this guy down. So I'm going to parry, hit him once, and then I'm going to start baiting heavies. So there we go. Dash back twice, counter it with a heavy. I think the timing exists that if you throw your if you dash back once and then throw heavy really fast, you can hit before the defender throws their heavy, like the second hit of their heavy, but I'm not too sure. And then there, I just decided to take the fight really safe, throw a couple SP1s, probably added about 5 seconds onto the fight. Could have gotten that fight down in about 20 seconds, but I was just being safe. And now we have our first stealth Spidey fight, and this is against Quicksilver. We're going to put the slow pre-fight on. Now, that's not going to do anything for our first parry, but it is going to counter the evade after our first parry. So here we do a light attack, parry again, and now we cannot be evaded. we're going to end another combo with light straight into an SP1 to get up our passive precision and fury. Insanely potent fury and insanely potent precision, by the way, as we're going to crit on almost every single hit the rest of the fight. Decide not really worth trying to evade that special. I reapply my slow because I noticed it expired there. Here I'm going to get to my SP2, and that is easily going to kill in 30 seconds. A nice 30-second fight. And we're going to get into our next fight, which is also a stealth Spidey fight. Also, there's something I should mention. I was actually assigned 9 fights this war, but I forgot about one of them. Like, I went in and I took all my fights, and then like a half hour later, I was thinking about my assignments, and I was like, I straight up forgot to take that fight. And yeah. Someone else went in with a different champion, and they soloed the fight very easily. So I was not too worried because of that. But I don't think I've ever done that before. I just straight up skipped the fight, not even thinking. And then I don't even know how that happened. But yep. So here we throw our SP1. Little bitch is going to go unstoppable because I threw the SP1 too late. In hindsight, if I'd used the slow pre-fight, that would not have happened. But I didn't think it was really going to do anything in this fight. So now I am electing to just parry and heavy, and it is doing a significant amount of damage. But I'm not pausing my fury or my precision enough, and you'll notice that this fight is supposed to have ebb and flow knockdown. Stealth Spidey, because it's a passive fury, he actually pauses it. He does that with all passive furies to my knowledge. At least I can't name one he does not do that for. But yeah, he can take advantage of stuff like ebb and flow furies, as well as the furies that come from the Gwen Master fight, for example, although here we're about to lose our fury. But the fight is over. We go for a striker into an SP2, and even through protection we do kill, and we end at full health. And the only hit we took was the bad RNG mixed with bad timing from me. So here we're going to go to the correct fight. This is going to be Future Ant-Man. And I'm not going to play this fight perfectly because like I said, this was the first war I'd ever used Cassie, and I was not super confident with countering the SP1 of Ant-Man with the heavy, so I actually don't do that in this whole fight. This fight is 4 minutes long. I'm not going to torture you guys. Basically, the glancing was preventing me from putting on power stings, and many times in this fight, I'm going to get a huge heavy off like that should have inflicted like 12 plus power stings, and it's going to inflict 0 and consume all my charges. So I am just going to basically at one point just give up on trying to inflict new power stings, and that is why the fight took so long. I'm sure that is an intended mechanic. Like, I'm positive it is. There's no way that it's not supposed to work like that. But yeah, for some reason they were just failing. Not there. There I got an evade because he countered my heavy between hits. But like, for example, right there in that scenario, I can hold heavy and counter the SP1. I just wasn't doing it. But yeah, like I said, this fight is 4 minutes long. I eventually get him down. It's just a lot of this. It's a lot of me baiting specials when I have like less than 15 power stings. And that's what happens the majority of this fight. Also, he can fail your poison through glancing and still consume your charges, which is really annoying when that happens. But yeah, you'll see the fight is speeding up quite a bit here. I don't think I ever get above 17 in this fight. And like I said, this fight's only been going on for a minute and a half. It goes on for another 2.5. I'm not going to torture you. Let's skip through the rest of the fight just till the end. And yeah, you'll see for a long time there, only had 6 or 7 power stings, but we eventually get the fight down. Just going to go back for a second here. So that's Spidey. I go to B. I was supposed to go to A, and I'm supposed to take that Spidey. He's on hazard shift. Would have been a very, very easy fight for Cassie. But I'm dumb. So, yeah. I straight up forgot about the fight. And we're taking this Adam Warlock. And there's a mechanic or kind of a matchup here that I didn't really anticipate. And that's the fact that I cannot prevent the first vigilance of this fight. And I'm actually going to die to this fight. And it's just... People always say that you don't die in war from one mistake. You die from a mistake after a mistake after a mistake. And that's basically what this fight is. So when I went into this fight, I did not anticipate having the vigilance still up. I throw the SP1. I want him to throw the SP1 here. He refuses. He's going to actually go to SP2. Which is not nice. And then there, I genuinely don't know what happened. I don't remember just like sitting back and him hitting me a bunch of times. And not reacting to his SP2 because I know how to evade his SP2 even when I'm in close proximity. But yeah, the fight's lost. The fight has been over ever since I got hit by that SP2. There is nothing I can... Excuse me. There is nothing I can do now to survive. There I whiffed an SP1, and this falter is just going to continue to screw me this whole fight. I've now lost my senses. I'm going to get stunned once hitting into the cocoon, whatever it's called. So there, I tried to counter it with a heavy. I thought that I would maybe prevent it because I hit him just before, but look at this. The miss perfectly activates to stop me from being able to connect with that SP2. Now that SP2 would not have killed. Nowhere near it, in fact. But yeah, like I said, this fight has been done for a long time, and I'm dead. I just didn't anticipate the fact that I wouldn't be able to prevent the vigilance, and right from the start that messed it up. Maybe I could have tried harder to bait out the first SP1. Because if you are able to control this fight at the start, it is possible. Now, I went after this fight and I talked to FinTech and I said, hey, would you assign Tigra to this matchup? He said, no, that's a risky fight for Tigra. I would assign Doom. I wish I knew that, and I wish my officer knew that because, yeah, this fight goes great. This fight, in fact, goes exactly how you want a Tigra versus... Adam fight to go. We're just going to get to the SP2. We are going to throw it, and this is just going to kill. So yeah, the cleanup took 25 seconds, but that's a bad death. And then here, I'm not going to take this Kindred. I could have taken it with Tigra, and it would have been fine. But someone else came with Void, I think, and they soloed that. But now the main prize of this video is this rank 2 America Chavez boss with Cassie Lang. So I took my first 7 fights before I went to bed. And then I came back in the morning and I did these fights right before I left to go to the gym. And of course, Chavez is an absolute asshole off the start of the fight. And as soon as I get all my power stings up, that probably would have inflicted like 15 or 20, somewhere in there. She, of course, decides that it's a good time to spam the dash back. So the first 30 seconds of this fight are terrible. I've accomplished absolutely nothing except for draining all of my charges. But I promise this fight goes super well, and we're going to kill in like the next minute. So yeah, we're just going to keep getting those power stings up. We're going to remember to pause our debuffs using the poison. I'm heavy countering her SP1 a lot, and then chaining that into my own SP1, which I've found to be extremely useful. I believe I'm going to go for a poison here. No, I'm just going to hit into a block. I love doing that. When the defender's being super defensive, sometimes I'll just hit into their block once and then just start charging heavy. And it's so satisfying to pull off. But yeah, we're up to 25 of the power stings now. In hindsight, right there. Should have countered with heavy, Could have got another 5 there. I'm going to eat a hit. Landed naked intercept. End with an SP, or end with a light attack. Here I should, yeah, there we go, nice. Charge heavy, I'm up to 30 now. Just keep pushing to SP1. Maybe this fight takes longer than I thought. For some reason, I thought this fight only took 2 minutes. But yeah, here we're up to 35 now. And I think we do get up to the max for my SIG level, which is 39. Yeah, we do. Nice. That was awesome. So yeah. Chavez was nice with her specials, but I guess when you're taunted, you have to be nice with your specials. There, I go for a heavy attack. I don't know why, because I was already at max power stings and I already knew that, but I did it. Alright. Going for my SP1 here. And I just essentially have to bait out 1, 2 more. One more special attack. Let's throw the SP1, inflict the taunt, make it guaranteed she throws it, and she goes down in just under 2.5 minutes. Pretty nice fight. I'd love to be able to redo that matchup because I think I could do it a good 45 seconds faster. I could probably do it in about 1:40. But yeah, very, very safe option for America Chavez. And yeah, that fight went well. So we start off the season with a death, but we won the war. It was not close. We won. So we were 1-0 on the season. 1 death total for me. And my PSR is at 7 out of 8, or 87.5%. And my deathless streak is at 1 fight, which is amazing. Just the boss, because I died on the fight right before the boss. For some reason, what I always do is I die to non-tactic fights, non-tactic defenders, and I never die to tactic defenders. Like, in the whole last meta, the 2 seasons that I played, I didn't die to a tactic defender once, and I died, like, all of my deaths were to just random other defenders, and I don't know why I always do this. It's just, I can't explain it. That's just what I die to. I don't know. But my goal is to die 0 more times this season. Who knows if that's going to happen, but maybe. We'll see. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys will be seeing a lot more Cassie, Silk, and Stealth Spidey gameplay this season, as well as other various attackers. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.